So hello to everybody who's joining in. And if I can't see you, I'll just answer in the comments. So when I came on to Facebook, the um the process was a little bit more complex than what I remember it, because must be it changed within the last 2 months or something. But I have not been on to do a live stream in quite some time. So I just needed to try out these new mugs here. I'm hoping this fits 2 beers. Will it fit 2 beers? Yeah, so anyways, I wanted to come on and let everybody know, what events I'm gonna be at and where with the pots, because I have a crazy fall coming up. First of all, in a couple weeks, we're gonna be at the Hartford Fair. So I am with the Northeast PA Artist Collective, and it's a little group that we started to sell work together at the Hartford Fair. Um, I needed to do that because with work and all, it would be impossible to work 12-hour days over there every day and to sell pots. And I enjoy selling pots at the Hartford Fair. And last time I did pretty well. So, what I'd like to do is take some pots over there along with some fellow artists. There's 6 of us going over there. So, that'll be a real fun time. And so, look for our booth. It's booth 141 at Hartford Fair. And we are going to be selling art over there. I'm going to be over there personally Tuesday and Wednesday, and then again on Saturday night. So hopefully I'll get to see some of you come by. Um, so I'll have, hopefully I'll have some beer mugs over there. I plan on doing uh, a few Baptist casseroles. So I'd like to bring those back. And I would also like to um, create some other baking dishes, like maybe the Presbyterian pie plates, right? That's something that's something I wanted to do. And maybe I can have the time to do it. So what I'm trying to do is get ahead with everything, and so I'm not rushing like I was for the event in Hometown Days, Susquehanna. That was like a 4-day turnaround with 70 pieces. So it was insane, right? I was on this time clock where if I messed up a little bit or something set me back, it would not happen. So luckily, it didn't happen that way. I had a pretty decent firing, and everything came out. So after the Hartford Fair is the Artist Open House Weekend. It's Columbus Day weekend in October, and I'm gonna be at a brewery. It's the one that is on uh between Montrose and New Milford. So I'm gonna be there. I still need to go over there and meet the owners and finalize everything with them, say hello, and show them my work, and then I'll be over there for the 3 days, and so that'll be a fun time. I'm gonna set up the tent, and uh, I'm hoping that I can end up bringing my treadle wheel. So I'm gonna try to get my dad's truck and maybe lug the big treadle wheel. Thing weighs a ton, right? The flywheel itself is like 125 pounds. So I need to flip it up and well, I think before I put it on like 2 cinder blocks and then levered it up, and it weighed a lot, but I could do it myself. Uh, so I pushed it up on the truck, and you're not going to hurt the thing. The thing is like welded together pretty well. So, I was able to do that, and that was a lot of fun to make pots with the foot-powered treadle wheel. So, I'd like to do that and maybe on site, throw some beer mugs over there. So that will be a fun time, hopefully. Then then after that, it's the it's the pumpkin trail, right? So I've already been posting um a little bit about that. Hi Michelle. And so on the pumpkin trail, all my neighbors, quite a few of my neighbors are going to be on it, right? So that's always a fun time if you're local. You get the paper and you go from place to place and you shop small local and visit your neighbors and check out what they have. And if you come here, it's fine if you chat and tell stories, right? Hang out a bit, right? Because I don't only sell pots here. I sell stories. So so if you want to stop in, feel free. I'll show you the wood kiln, right? And my sister said, dude, I was very concerned about that drink overflowing. I am also. I don't like to waste anything really. They need to be a little bit taller, I think. So, but anyways, it's a really good mug of beer. So so anyways, during that pumpkin trail, I'm gonna be firing up the kilns, and then fingers crossed we'll have the wood kiln up at least. And then shortly after that, maybe we can do a firing. My big goal was to be able to do a firing early October or the end of August, so that I would have work out for the pumpkin trail. But the way things are going, I'm not sure. So I've been on I've been on vacation for a week and a half, and I've already gotten some PMs about working overtime. So I signed up for 2 days uh, because the money would be good, and so those were my days off. So I'm going to put that money towards the kiln, right? So so that'll be going on, and then a couple weeks after the pumpkin trail, I'll be doing the Christmas show, right? So I have a lot of pots to make within the next couple months, and I'm hoping that things go pretty well. And apart from that, I would like to run some sales online. I'm thinking I would like to do some uh, shave bowls, some more shave bowls, and for sure, the first things that come out of the wood kiln will be shave bowls. So that's a given. I already made promises to some shavers that I would have some wood fired shave bowls available at some point. So that's what things are looking up. I already got my first load of wood here for the wood kiln. My dad was very kind. He told me he was coming over for a visit. I said okay, and I was kind of worried. I thought maybe it was something important. But he got here and he surprised me with a truckload of wood. So I gave him a few bucks for bringing it over to me. It was very kind of him, and he ended up getting all that wood from a tree that fell down during the storm that they had. So luckily, nothing landed on the house, and he cut up the tree and he brought it over here. So I got my first load of wood that still needs to dry out. It can maybe be starter wood, but if I don't use it for the kiln, I can use it for the house, right? So that's what's been going on. I think what I'm going to do tonight, and I'm on vacation tonight, so that's kind of nice. That's why I got this beer, and I'm going to be throwing some bowls later. As I said, I already got a wearboard of mugs done, and then I plan to do the same tomorrow, and then hopefully maybe Thursday or Friday I'll come back on and be doing a glaze firing. So those are some things that are coming down, and I'm hoping to have a good rest half of the year. I'm hoping to have a good last half of the year because we're in month 6, month 7, and June was month 6. I can't even count. I only had like 2 sips, but so we're already in the middle of July, and things are already getting busy, which is a good thing. So hopefully, I can get rid of all the pots that I make to people who care, and hopefully people enjoy them. So it's really fun going back to Susquehanna, seeing some old friends that I haven't seen in probably 30 years, and chatting with people and people my parents knew. It was good to see some of my relation come by, and it was nice to see Aunt Joan and some of my cousins. So we got to chat and talk about pots and all kinds of things back home. And and I was right next to the brewery, so that was pretty decent. So I'm not going to complain. Even if I didn't sell a thing, I was in a prime location. So so that's what's going on here at Creek Road Pottery. And I'm hoping I can get the studio cleaned up for the big rush that I know is coming. And what I should not do, and I tell myself I'm not going to do it every year. I tell myself I'm not going to procrastinate, right? Because I always say, "Oh, I'm going to get on it. I'm going to make a head. I'm going to make all this bisqueware, and then I'll just need to glaze it and have it done and be more efficient." But that never happens, and things end up getting chaotic. Maybe maybe that's just how I work, and maybe it just takes deadlines um, to force me to do things like that. Like every project should have a beginning, middle, and end, because if it does not, things end up dragging on way too much. And I think I need to probably put deadlines on myself. So hopefully you've all been doing well. And I think I'm going to go and run downstairs, knead up some more clay for the bowls. I need probably about a pound and a half. I'm going to throw a pound and a half these. And I like making fairly large bowls because I think people use larger serving sizes. And when I was using a pound and a quarter, it wasn't quite big enough, I thought. Like, they made great ice cream bowls, but if you're gonna have a big bowl of cereal, pound and a half to 2 pounds were nice, but I'm throwing a little bit thinner, and the things are lighter, so I'm probably gonna knock it back to a pound and a half for the same size. So that'll be pretty nice. So the classes that I've been taking, have been going really well. I've been taking classes with Amy the Potter, and the group there has been amazing, and the learning has been amazing, and the coaching has been amazing. So even if I've been throwing for a long time, uh, taking a class and trying new things and feeling that tension, pushing you beyond maybe your limits a little bit, making yourself a little uncomfortable to try new things, really really helps out in learning and makes the work better, right? So on these mugs, I used a I used a cheese grater, and you can see that texture pattern there. I really enjoy um, using this cheese grater with that rutile glaze and that blue glaze that I have, because it lays right in the texture lines, and it breaks over the lines. So I'm kind of happy how these turned out, and the color in them is just amazing. And if you happen to buy one of these mugs or you already have one, Be sure to look at these in the light because you're always discovering something new. And even when I have a coffee outside like this, I find some new things in it almost every time, right? Okay, friends. So that's about it. Take care, and thanks for stopping by and saying hello. Be well, and happy potting.